If you're over 60, the cheese you like could be either good for or bad for your health without you knowing. Even though all cheese is tasty and comfortable, some cheeses are better than others, especially as we age. New research like that in the European Journal of Nutrition says that the right cheese can help your heart and blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and even improve your memory and thought. But which cheese? You might not even be aware that it can make your arteries stiff, raise your blood pressure, and weaken your immune system over time. So I'm going to talk about some important cheese facts that everyone over 60 should know today. There are 3 kinds of cheese that you should stay away from. Today we'll talk about why making better choices can help you feel stronger and live a better life every day. Start with cheese products that are made in a factory. You likely know them, the ones that come in tubs, jars, or foil-wrapped squares. You may have put them on toast or crackers or remember them from lunches as a child. They're quick and easy to use, and they taste smooth and creamy. But let's be honest, artificial cheese spreads are not cheese. These are made from old cheese that is mixed with chemicals to keep them soft, dyes to make them look good, preservatives to make them last longer, and a lot of salt and fat. These extra chemicals can be very bad for people over 60. The sodium phosphate in these spreads keeps them fresh, but every time you eat it, it makes your kidneys work harder. Our kidneys don't work as well or as quickly as they used to, so we need to take care of them. Kidney problems can get worse over time if you take in too much sodium phosphate. Research from the National Kidney Foundation has shown that this can also make kidney damage happen faster. It's not just that though. Trans fats, which are so bad for your heart that some countries have banned them, are often found in processed cheese spreads. The bad cholesterol, LDL, goes up, and the good cholesterol, HDL, goes down when you eat trans fats. This makes you more likely to get heart disease or a stroke. Another thing these fats can do is make your body more inflamed, which can make joint pain, memory loss, and even circulation problems worse. The tricky part is that it's not always clear how bad artificial cheese spreads are for you. After having just one snack, you won't be in pain or show any other signs. But after a while, you might notice that your blood pressure is higher, you're tired more often, or you can't remember things as well. Your doctor may also notice it if tests show that your cholesterol is high or that your kidneys aren't working right. All of these things can happen quietly just by eating something that seems safe and normal. People like packaged cheese spreads because they are easy to use, taste good, and make us think of good times. Now though, your body is different and needs more help, not more stress. Every time you eat a small amount of processed cheese spread, you give up some of your long-term health in exchange for a little taste and pleasure. That trade isn't worth it for people over 60. Food is what your heart, brain, and bones need, not fake cheese that is full of salt, chemicals, and fats that are bad for you. Foods today are made to last on the shelf, not to help you feel better and live longer. Processed cheese spreads are a great example of this. Let's talk about blue cheese next. Blue cheese tastes strong and looks fancy. It is sometimes put on cheese boards at parties or on top of salads at nice places. It feels like a treat or something unique. But blue cheese can be bad for people over 60 in ways that aren't always clear. A type of mold called penicillium gives it its blue color. This mold is safe for most people. But as we age, it gets harder for our bodies to break down the chemicals that this mold makes, such as tyramine and histamine. When these chemicals build up, they can make your heart beat faster, cause quick drops in blood pressure, or even give you headaches and make you feel dizzy. Some people have gone to the hospital because of these effects and had no idea that cheese was the cause. Also, blue cheese is often stored and is sometimes made with milk that has not been pasteurized or raw. A germ called listeria is more likely to be in it because of this. If your immune system isn't as strong as it used to be, listeria can be very dangerous for older people. At first, the symptoms might be mild, like a small fever or just being tired, but they can get worse quickly and make you very sick. There is a lot of salt in blue cheese too. Lots of people over 60 should not eat more than 1 ounce of this food at a time because it can have over 400 milligrams of salt. If you eat too much salt, your blood pressure will go up quickly. This will make your heart work harder and raise your risk of having a heart attack or stroke. Blue cheese also has a lot of fat, which is bad for your vessels. It's simple to believe that fancy cheese is always better than plain cheese. No matter how little blue cheese you eat, it can have a big impact on your heart health, blood pressure, and general health as an older person. You should save it for a special event and eat very little of it if you really love the way it tastes. It's not good for your body most of the time. Cream cheese is the third cheese you should be careful with. Cream cheese is light, smooth, and tasty. You can put it on bagels, make dips with it, or mix it into sweets. A lot of dish and baked goods recipes call for it too. Cream cheese, on the other hand, has a lot of fat and not much protein, which is bad for older bodies. Our metabolism slows down as we get older. That means your body burns fewer calories, which makes it easy to put on weight, especially around the middle. Not only does having extra belly fat make you look bad, but it can also make you more likely to get heart disease, diabetes, and other serious health problems. A lot of the time, cream cheese comes in flavors with extra sugar, like honey, chive, or strawberry. If you already have diabetes or are at risk for it, even a little extra sugar can cause your blood sugar to rise. High blood sugar can make you tired and cloudy, and it can also make you forget things and feel bad. Cream cheese is also moist and soft, which helps bacteria like Listeria grow. This is especially true if it is left out of the fridge for too long. Listeria can be dangerous for older people. At first, the symptoms may be very mild, like a headache or some dizziness, but they can quickly get worse. Cream cheese is something that a lot of people eat and think is safe, but it can actually be bad for your health. It's not just the sugar and fat. Your body may not be able to fight off infections as well as it used to. Now you know why it's smart not to eat cream cheese every day. Save it for special occasions. You might say, but these are my favorite cheeses. That is perfectly normal. A lot of us have liked these things for a long time. They make us feel better and take us back to good times. But as your body changes, it needs food that keeps you strong, alert, and busy, not food that makes things harder. Cream cheese, blue cheese, and processed cheese spreads all taste good and are easy to use, but they have risks that you might not know about until you get older. These risks can add up over time. There is good news: you don't have to give up all cheese. Other kinds of cheese are much better for you and can even help your body age better. Take a moment to think, have you eaten any of these avoid cheeses this week? Don't worry, you're not the only one. You can make a change at any time. Now is the time to make small changes that will protect your health for years to come and make you feel better. Let's take a moment to think about this. Which cheese on this list of avoid surprised you the most? Do you have any questions about how to pick better cheese as you age? Type 1 inch if this helped you, or 0 inches if you want more tips in the comments. Your comments help me make more films to improve your health and happiness. Are you ready to learn about the foods that can really keep your heart healthy, feed your mind, and make your body stronger? Moving on, because if you want to be healthier, you need to do more than just avoid bad things. You also need to eat good ones. You can turn a simple meal into a strong ally for your aging body if you pick the right cheese. It's not about giving up the good things about food. To do this, you need to learn which foods quietly help you and give you power, clarity, and energy. What's the good news? There are cheeses that are made organically, have been around for a long time, and are full of nutrients that your body needs now more than ever. First up is goat cheese, which is a soft superfood that helps the body age well. Goat cheese has a quiet, elevated air about it. While processed cheeses are loud and stand out on store shelves, goat cheese is quiet and natural, but very strong. For people over 60, it's more than just a tasty side dish. If your body is changing, your metabolism is slowing down, or your digestive system isn't as forgiving as it used to be, goat cheese can help. Why is goat cheese so great for older people? One of the best things about this cheese is that it's very easy to digest. Goat cheese is better for your stomach than cow's milk cheese because it has less lactose and a different kind of casein. If cheese has been making you feel uncomfortable or bloated lately, goat cheese may help. This is something that many adults experience. But the benefits aren't just for stomach. Most of the fats in goat cheese are short and medium-chain fatty acids. Your liver can use these fats for energy instead of keeping them as belly fat. This is especially helpful for older people whose metabolisms slow down and who tend to gain weight as they get older. The foods you eat now can either help your body or hurt it. Goat cheese is one of the few foods that can help. On top of that, goat cheese is great for your brain and immune system. It has a lot of zinc, selenium, and probiotics, which are nutrients that help rebuild your microbiome, which is the main defense against illness and inflammation in older people. These nutrients support tissue repair, thyroid health, and brain sharpness without drawing attention to themselves. Goat cheese even has a special kind of vitamin A and omega-3s that help memory and brain function. This may help protect against the mental loss that comes with getting older. Goat cheese is beautiful, not only for what it does, but also for what it doesn't do. There are no added flavors, colors, or chemicals, just clean, natural food that tastes great on your tongue and is good for your body. Goat cheese adds flavor without being heavy, whether it's crumbled on top of roasted veggies, spread on whole grain toast, or mixed into a light omelet. We learn more about food that isn't just about taste as we age. It's about how you feel after doing it. Goat cheese makes you feel healthy in a simple way. This cheese is good for your stomach, gives you energy, and makes you feel good after every bite. If you think goat cheese is amazing, wait until you try Swiss cheese. It's a subtle defense for the mind and heart that helps them age better. Swiss cheese has a quiet strength to it. Unlike strong cheeses that take over your plate, Swiss cheese stays in the background. It tastes soft, is easy on the body, and is surprisingly strong in ways that most people don't notice. This drink is much more useful for people over 60 than just tasting good. It protects them. Swiss cheese, with its famous holes and nutty undertone, is one of the few cheeses that seems like it was made to help bodies age. One of its best qualities that is often ignored is that it has very little sodium, only 54 milligrams per ounce. At a time in life when high blood pressure is a big problem and medicines often make things worse, this is very important. With Swiss, you can enjoy the ease of cheese without having to deal with its very high salt content. What's even more amazing is how Swiss cheese can help your heart and bones. Vitamin K2 is found in large amounts in Swiss cheese. Many adults don't get enough of this nutrient, but it is very important for keeping calcium in the bones and not the arteries. This helps keep arteries from hardening, which is a quiet but dangerous risk factor for heart disease and strokes. There is a way to look at it that Swiss cheese does more than just feed you. It changes the path of minerals that can either hurt or fix you. It gets worse after that. Swiss has a lot of calcium, protein, and vitamin B12, which helps keep muscles strong, nerves working well, and your mind clear. These are all things that become more important as you get older. As it gets older, lactose levels drop to almost nothing. This makes it easier for older people who have developed new sensitivities to stomach. During fermentation, the bacterial cultures used in traditional Swiss cheese, especially Propionibacterium freudenreich, make special chemicals that help reduce inflammation. These help the immune system work better and lower inflammation, which protects against diseases like arthritis and neurodegeneration in a small but important way. Swiss cheese is like a loyal guardian who stays behind the scenes and does a lot of work. And unlike processed cheeses, this one doesn't have any added chemicals or tricks. It's just pure aged food that supports the systems that get weaker over time. However, if Swiss cheese is the wise guardian, then feta cheese, which is crumbled and strong over time, is the brave friend. Feta cheese might not stand out at a dinner party, but for people over 60, this simple crumbly cheese is very important. Its sour taste, smooth texture, and long history all point to a greater truth. This is a food that has been feeding generations without any showiness or extravagance. For adults dealing with the challenges of getting older, feta is a rare food that combines taste, function, and gentleness. Feta is usually made from sheep's milk or a mix of sheep and goat milk. It has less lactose and a protein structure that is easier to swallow than cheeses made from cow's milk. It makes a small but important difference for the gut as it ages, which tends to become less forgiving over time. It's rare for feta to cause gas or stomach problems because it moves through the body so easily. As we get older, we value this kind of grace more, but what feta really does well is what it gives you in small but strong amounts. Thanks to its high calcium, protein, and vitamin B12 content, it helps keep bones strong, nerves working properly, and muscles from breaking down. These are all things that the body tends to lose as we age. These nutrients are not only helpful, they're necessary, especially for older people who want to keep their minds, bodies, and mobility sharp. The most interesting thing about feta is that it helps keep your gut healthy. Since it's a brined and fermented cheese, it naturally has a lot of probiotics, which are good bacteria that help keep the gut diverse. The gut often loses its balance as people get older, especially if they are taking medicines. That imbalance can have effects on gut health, immune system strength, mood, and inflammation, among other things. Just a little bit of feta can help keep things in balance, like a daily dose of rest. And even though it tastes salty, you only need a small amount to enjoy it. A few crumbles can make a dish taste better and give you nutrition without adding too much salt. For people who are very sensitive to salt, even a quick rinse can cut the sodium level by a lot. Feta shows that food doesn't have to be fancy to be good for you. It only needs to be planned, based on past, and gentle on the body. It works well and tastes good when added to a warm salad, roasted veggies, or an omelet in the morning. With this cheese, we remember that making healthy choices can be tasty, filling, and simple to do every day. It's clear from these three cheeses, goat cheese, Swiss cheese, and feta, that eating the foods you love isn't a part of living well. What you need to do is make better decisions and buy things that are good for you. You can trust these foods because they are made naturally and are better for your gut. They have less salt, no extraneous ingredients, and a lot of the nutrients your body needs more than ever as it ages. Not only does picking the right cheese matter for its taste, but it also builds a base for strength, clarity, and vitality in all parts of life. But picking cheese as a way to live longer is more than just a matter of taste. It's also a matter of self-care. Aging isn't just getting older, it's also about making better decisions, moving more slowly, and living with more purpose than ever. Everything on our plate is part of that. Cheese has always meant comfort to many people, whether it's on a warm grilled burger, a cracker, or pasta. We've learned to value small joys. As we get older though, comfort and care must go hand in hand. Your body wants different things at this point in time. Less salt is what your heart wants. Less swelling is what your knees want. Your brain wants things to be clear. Your bones need to be strong. Last but not least, your time should be spent on health, not healing. In our 30s or 40s, something like a highly processed cheese spread, a moldy gourmet treat, or a creamy delight full of hidden fats may not have seemed dangerous. But now these things have effects that are much worse than the taste. In your 60s, 70s, and beyond, each meal is more than just food to get you through the day. It's either a medicine or a poison. It's not a big deal, and the difference is often hidden by flashy packaging, familiar tastes, and a society that still values convenience over quality. You know now more than ever that the choices you make matter. You can respect your body and your years by making your joy better, not less. You should respect yourself and be smart when you choose the right cheese. just like you should be smart when you choose the right friends or hobbies. It's not about being scared or giving up fun. You'll find new favorites that make you feel better, give you strength, and are good for your health. It's about being aware of the quiet ways that food can help your mind, bones, heart, and happiness, especially when your body is weak. Think of your next meal as a chance to put money into your future. When you choose a crumbled goat cheese instead of a processed cheese spread, you're not just choosing something healthy, you're letting energy in. By choosing a slice of Swiss cheese over the salty blue cheese, you give your heart and bones the nutrients they need to stay strong. When you add feta to your salad to make it more interesting, you're also taking care of your gut, which in turn helps your immune system and happiness. These aren't small changes, they're big steps toward having more energy, thinking more clearly, and living a longer, more independent life. These little things add up over time and build a foundation for real health. It's not always easy to change, especially if you've had the same habits and likes for a long time, but don't forget that you can always shift. Small steps can lead to big changes for the better. First, eat one meal. Today, look in your fridge. What kind of cheese do you now know is bad for you? Could you put something better there? You could try adding goat cheese to your morning breakfast, or feta cheese to your toast instead of cream cheese. When you go shopping, look for natural cheeses with short lists of ingredients. These cheeses should not have any added salt or fake ingredients. You should read the labels and pick goods that are made with care and tradition, from sheep, goat, or cow's milk instead of chemicals and shortcuts. Give yourself the care you know you deserve through the food you eat. Food should be more than just a source of taste. It should also be a source of strength, memory, clarity, and beauty. Don't forget that you're not on this trip by yourself. More and more people are learning every day that small decisions can make a big difference. Invite people who eat with you, like a partner, friend, or family member, to join you in these swaps. Cooking and eating with others can bring people together, make you laugh, and be good for your health. Tell them what you've learned. You could even show them this movie, or talk about a cheese fact that surprised you. You don't have to keep the knowledge you learned to yourself. You can give it to other people as well. Pay attention to how you feel as you use these lessons. Do you feel more alive? Feels like your stomach is better? Do you feel like you can think more clearly or sleep better? The benefits may appear slowly and subtly, like a lighter step, an easier morning, or a better mood. Happy to see these wins. That's proof that the things you choose do matter. Don't be too hard on yourself if you trip or fall back into old habits. It's not a race to change. Every meal is a new chance to make a good choice. If you ever feel like giving up, watch this movie again, read the tips again, and believe in yourself again. You deserve to feel good in your body, keep your mind sharp, and have days full of energy and happiness. Getting the right cheese can be a slow but steady step in the right way. Let's quickly go over the most important things we learned about cheese. As you get older, it's best to stay away from processed cheese spreads, blue cheese, and cream cheese. They have a lot of salt, fats that are bad for you, and chemicals that can slowly hurt the health of your heart, brain, and kidneys. You now have goat cheese, Swiss cheese, and feta on your side. They have less salt, are easier to stomach, and are full of nutrients and probiotics that help your body in every way. Read labels, pick high-quality items, and try to keep things simple. It's best to get cheese that has been made the same way for generations, with just milk, natural cultures, and time. No chemicals or secret dangers. Remember that getting older in a healthy way doesn't mean cutting back on food or missing out on things. Better choices are what it's about. It means eating things that are good for you, like those that help your health, your freedom, and your happiness. It's also about letting yourself enjoy what you eat, knowing that the choices you make are good for your body and your years of experience. I want you to think about how you eat cheese. Are you excited to try a certain swap? There might be a cheese you want to get rid of, or a new one you can't wait to try? Leave your thoughts in the box below. Someone who is just starting out on their own journey might get ideas from your story. What did you learn today? If you have a question about how to eat well after 60, please let me know. Thank you for your comments. They help me decide what lessons and tips to post next. Please like and share this video with a friend if you liked it. Also, don't forget to follow and turn on notifications so you never miss a new health tip made just for you. When you watch, learn, and use what you've learned, remember that these small moments are steps toward living a full, energetic, and independent life. Thanks for coming along with me today on this cheese trip. You invest in a better, healthy tomorrow every time you make a smart choice. Let's eat meals that are good for your body and your soul. Until then, keep making decisions that will help you be healthy and happy. In the comments, type 1 inch if this helped you and 0 inches if you need more help with something. Your questions and ideas help me make even better content for you and our growing group. What kind of cheese are you going to put on your plate this week? What are you going to leave? I can't wait to hear about your story. Let's educate and grow together.